across our first two reflections, we have been building an inner architecture. Consistency gives structure. Emotional intelligence creates awareness. Purpose, the why, gives direction. And still, a disciplined and purposeful life can become burden when we continue carrying what has already completed its teaching. So, welcome to the Inner Mystery of Life and Self Leadership Lecture Series. I am Windsor Lindor, and this is the final reflection in our three-part exploration of building a resilient foundation for personal and professional fulfillment. So today, we enter the art of letting go and beginning again. Letting go is often misunderstood as forgetting. It's not. It's not forgetting. Letting go is the disciplined decision to stop allowing what wounded us to govern what is still possible for us. There are seasons that feel like winter inside the soul. Disappointment hardens, betrayal narrows trust, grief changes the temperature of expectation. Fear becomes an atmosphere. Without conscious attention, we carry those personal winters as evidence against our future. Healing asks something courageous of us. It asks, it asks us to stop using yesterday's pain as the architect of tomorrow's choices. The art of letting go and beginning again is not emotional avoidance, it's emotional leadership. It does not deny the wound, minimize the loss, or pretend the past was insignificant. Our clarity, emotional energy, and inner stability are too sacred to remain tied to what no longer deserves authority over our becoming. We cannot rewrite every chapter behind us. We can choose the consciousness with which we carry the story forward. See, fear may still enter the room. Old patterns may still speak. The nervous system may still remember what the mind has tried to outgrow. See, beginning again. Yes, beginning again asks, am I responding from truth? Or am I still being directed by the pain? This is where forgiveness becomes a disciplined act of inner leadership. Forgiveness does not excuse what happened. It restores our ability to respond. And the ability to respond is the foundation of personal freedom. When we refuse to let go, we may continue paying emotional rent to experiences that no longer deserve a room in our future. Letting go does not erase wisdom. No. It protects it protects wisdom from becoming bitterness. It allows us to remember without reliving, to feel without collapsing, to release without abandoning the lesson, to respond from core values rather than pain. Use the release and renewal practice to complete 4 statements. You ready? What am I ready? What I am ready to acknowledge is what is the experience has taught me is what I no longer give authority over my future is What am I now willing to begin again is move through these statements slowly, my friends. There is no need to force closure. There's only an invitation to reclaim authorship. Beginning again means allowing what happened to become part of your wisdom rather than the permanent boundary of your possibility. We began this series by asking what happened when the life we have built requires a stronger version of us. The answer is found in the quality of the foundation. Consistency teaches us to return. Emotional intelligence teaches us to listen within and respond with awareness. Purpose teaches us to place our lives in service of what matters. The art of letting go and beginning again teaches us that the past may inform us without governing us. These are the currents that build a resilient foundation for personal and professional fulfillment. Resilience is the capacity to remain rooted while continue to adapt. Fulfillment is the lived coherence that grows when our choices increasingly reflect our values, purpose, and deepest truth. For the week ahead, choose one current, choose one consistent practice, one emotional truth to understand, one purpose aligned decision, or one burden you are ready to release. Then gives that choice a place in a calendar. No, in your calendar, yes, your conduct and your attention. A resilient life is built through conscious choice that become character, culture, and direction. As we close, carry this question with you. What foundation am I strengthening today so that the life I am becoming can be carried with greater clarity, freedom, and grace? In our next online lecture, I will introduce the rhythm of resilience, the inner and practical cadence that helps us remain grounded, adaptive, and values aligned to seasons of pressure, change, recovery, and renewal. So thank you for joining me for the inner mystery of life and self-leadership lecture series. To learn more about the next online lecture and continue this journey, visit lindorconsulting.com, or you're welcome to email me at windsor@lindorconsulting.com. May you continue building a life that is successful in appearance, coherent in spirit, responsible in action, and deeply aligned with what you value. So take good care of yourself, would you? And continue the journey with creative courage, compassion, reverence, and excellence in action. Be well.